I know I'm always serious, but this one's gonna be extra, extra serious. So get ready. Put on your seatbelts. There's a couple of things to discuss here. It's very, quite a lot of changes coming to the channel. I don't know if anybody actually watches me that much, but if you do, it's gonna be a lot of news. Have a lot of juice to spill, so to speak. Get the lighting right. Is anybody here? If anybody's on this live now, say something, because it doesn't show me for some reason, like at the start. Walaikum assalam. Lamb beef biryani. Man, you're absolute legend. Anyway, boys, I got a couple things to go through. This channel is being shadow banned. So I probably won't be posting that much on here. I might do a couple more videos. What happened was, it seems like too many pussies were reporting the channel, probably for misogyny or like hate speech or some BS. And obviously YouTube doesn't take too kindly to the word hijabi because they're all pussies. So what they've done is they shadow banned my channel. And this happened about like a month or two ago. Essentially, what happens is my videos just stop being recommended to people, like, at all. So the only people who can watch me are the people who are already subscribed. Like, if you search it up and you go on it. So otherwise, it just doesn't get recommended to anyone. So this channel is pretty much gone. Like, it's done. Like, it's no matter what I post on here, even if I make the best video ever, like best thumbnail, best title, it's like everybody wants to watch it, I'm still gonna get like 220 views, because that's like how many people watch me. It just, like, it's the people who watch me consistently. It's the people who subscribe to me, who like go and actively look me up and go on the subscription feed. But nobody else can see those videos. So what I've done is I made a new channel, and that's what we're gonna discuss, because it's gonna be a bit different, I reckon. I might cut down on the word hijabi. I have to find some sort of a alternative that's basically the same thing, but doesn't sound like it. And another news, and this is something that I think a lot of people are gonna be really angry and resentful about. But I don't think I'm gonna name myself Muslim Boris anymore. I changed the channel name on the new one to Word of Boris. I don't know why I came out with that. I just thought it was smart. But the thing with being Muslim Boris is everybody thinks I'm from like the war space, and everybody's really obsessed with like weird things. Like, people literally DM me about my clothes. They say it's haram. So, because on the channel I'm wearing that red jumper, people say that's haram. But that's just a small example. The thing is, for anyone who just joined, like, I just created a new channel, Word of Boris. Anybody who's actually serious about like this whole stuff, self-improvement, stop being fake, being a normal person, I encourage all of those people to subscribe to that channel. Word of Boris. I think I put it in the description of this video, or maybe not, I'm so retarded. But it will be on my bio on my channel. So Word of Boris, subscribe to that, because I won't be posting on this video that much. I won't be posting videos on this channel that much. Walaikum assalam, everyone. All right, let me just answer some of these questions. What time is it? It is 2 a.m. This is my prime time. Whoa. I actually just got back from working out. Like, I don't care. I'm gonna stay up all night. just for you guys. I don't care. Even if it's like 4 a.m., I have to go to work. I don't care. I'll just keep making videos. Who cares about work? Changing the world out here. Walaikum assalam, Afsana. It's good to have you on here. Shafai Farouk. Very, very good to have you. At least your IG videos start reach people. And oh yeah, my Instagram has caused war. Anybody who who doesn't know, my Instagram has gone crazy. I'm getting death threats every day on my DMs. Well, lucky, bro. People are saying, I know where you live. I'm gonna kill you, bro. Like, come at me. I'll kill you. They could come in here right now. That would be funny as if someone just walked through this door, just killed them with this pen. It's like John Wick. Kill 5 men with a pen. No, that's gonna be good content. But yeah, my Instagram has gone crazy. Yes, I am a Muslim, alhamdulillah. Of course I'm Muslim. My name is Muslim Boris. Why would I not be Muslim? But yeah, I'm changing my name for everyone. I don't want to associate with these retards anymore because 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 I name myself Muslim Boris, everybody tries to like come at me and say everything I'm saying is like religious advice. I'm not giving religious advice. I'm giving normal human advice. But people say like this has nothing to do with Islam. It's like, I know, like this has to do with other things. It's just halal, like it's not haram. But why do I? Just because my name is Muslim Boris doesn't mean I'm an online sheikh. Doesn't mean I'm a scholar. Doesn't mean I'm an imam. Like these people are too retarded. So that's it. I hate those people. Everything is haram. Everything is haram for these people. So I'm no longer associating with them. Anyone who's serious about self-improvement, all the normal people who just want to live their life, have a beautiful wife, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe do you want to drive like a really good car, you want to be in a good shape, you want to be able to beat the crap out of people. Those are the people I want to make videos for. And those are the people that I want to be subscribed to me. Everyone else who's just here to hate on me, please get the hell out of here. Like, I don't even know why you still watch my videos. It doesn't make any sense. No matter what you do. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying there, but I'm telling you, these people are genuinely insane. Like, people are like death threats. Wallahi, I actually keep getting recognized when I go to mosque these days, which is insane. Like, I only have like 1,700 subscribers, but people are recognizing me, and some of these people are actually like really hateful. One of the guys recognized me, right? And it was like some hater. This happened on Friday. I went to Jummah and he said, hey, I think I just saw you at the masjid. And I was like, oh, that's good to hear, man. Like, I'm glad you watch me. It's good to be recognized, stuff like that. And he says, you say bad things about hijabis. You're a bad person. It's like, and I said, all right, buddy. That's all I said. And then this guy starts spazzing out. He's like, you look like a retard in person. I was like, okay. And then, yeah, this guy was like really getting angry at me. And I thought, bro, why didn't you come say this to me when I was there? You recognized me at the mosque. I was walking around after prayer. Why didn't you come and talk to me? I would have, if you told me your concerns, we would have either like talked to you in person or I would have gone outside and dealt with it. But this guy's like, they see me. They don't say anything. They just watch me like creeps, like pedophiles. And then when I get home, they start messaging me on TikTok. Oh, you look like a retard. And I told him, I was like, yeah, it's funny you say that because I actually get recognized at the mosque all the time. And who are you again? Oh, that's right. Nobody cares. And then I just blocked him. But yeah, it is pretty dangerous. Like people are somehow I don't know if they actually know where I live, but they're like, I know where you live. Ugh. And that's why I'm saying it's so lucky that alhamdulillah, I have like iron mind, I don't get affected by that. Alhamdulillah, I know how to fight. Like I'm not scared of these people. But it is pretty extreme. Like it's pretty weird when when you're getting death threats every day in your DMs. Like, what is this? What is this? Just for calling out the truth. Like the woman came out on TikTok and she was saying, don't expect Muslim women to be virgins. We will do whatever the hell we want. We will not be your dream wife. And I said, this is disgusting. She's a hijabi. That same woman rejected the hadith on TikTok. Nobody cares about that. Nobody criticizes her. I come out and I say, this hoe is causing corruption in the ummah. Now brothers at the mosque are saying bad things about me. Whoa. This is exactly what I'm saying. I'm giving up on the Muslim community in the West. They're done. They're retards. Like none of them actually follow Islam properly. They just talk about, oh, your shirt is haram, oh, your hair is haram. But then they go and sleep around and they do zina and they like shisha everything. They just operate on two extremes, like online and at the mosque. They're like, oh, I'm the best person in the world, your haircut is haram. And then as soon as they leave the mosque, they just do every single haram thing. So these people are dumb. Like, they're actually retarded. There's no way. I don't deal with them anymore. The only people I'm dealing with from this point forward, if anybody still wants to watch me, and again, I created this new channel, World of Boris, for anyone who wasn't here. If you are serious about these things and you just want to be like, you just want to be a good man, you just want, like, you don't want to be a radical, like, you want to follow Islam, you want to stay clean, you want to stay pure to your deen, you want to self-improve, and you want to have a good life, go and follow that channel, and then we can still make normal videos. But I know I'm not associating with these people. And also, let's just I'll just recap this channel is being shadow banned. YouTube, because too many people are reporting my videos, YouTube is banning my channel. So it's not being banned per se, but it's being shadow banned. So it just doesn't get shown to any more people. In other words, it just can't grow. Like, it physically can't grow, no matter what kind of videos I make. So that's why I have to create this new channel. I don't know if it's going to get any views. It might get like 0 views. I'll keep trying. Eventually, if I always get 0 views, I'll eventually stop making videos. But the bros here, like, I can see a lot of people like my videos, so I obviously don't want to give it up. It's really makes me really happy whenever someone says, I started praying because of you. You changed my life. I started going to martial arts. I know at least like 2 or 3 people who started martial arts because of me and started praying because of me. So I don't want to quit on those people. I'll just keep making videos. I don't care what happens. But yeah, this channel, like, I can't operate on it anymore. So please, everybody, subscribe to the it's just Word of Boris. Word of Boris. It's on my bio. I'll put it up somewhere else soon as well, maybe in the description. But yeah, that's the story. It's pretty crazy. I was arguing with this whole Joby the other day, right? It's really crazy. Like, this woman from Kazakhstan or whatever, she commented on every single video I had on Instagram and on my private account, everything, just commenting. And I'm like, and then I'm like, I'm not going to talk to you. I will only talk to your husband. I don't want to talk to non-mahram. Tags her husband. And he starts saying some weird things. And I'm like, bro, you're a dayuth. You're a cock. Your wife is in my DMs, in all the comments, in all my videos. And you are here defending her. I'm telling her to stop talking to me because I don't talk to non-mahrams. You're coming onto my channel and you are defending your wife talking to me and DMing me. What the hell is this? So I just put him in his place. I was like, bro, you're a cock. That's it. That's just plain and simple. He starts saying, that's haram. If I'm a dayuth, you are accusing my wife of zina. And there's a verse here that says if you accuse a pure woman of zina, you're going to get 4 lashes, and all these verses. His wife starts DMing me even more. And I'm going to be honest, she looks like she's in love with me. I know you're going to think I'm just making it up, but wallahi, she's saying some really suspicious things. She's speaking to me in Russian because she found out that I can speak it. I'm looking at this like, what? And then she's like, you're haram because you're calling my husband dayuth, but at the same time, you're wearing red on your profile picture, which is haram. So you are not haram for going on my DMs and my comments while you're married and saying these really weird, flirty things to me. But I'm haram for wearing a red jumper. And your husband is a dayuth, and he's supporting you, talking to me. How does this even make any sense? Like, how stupid how did these people even type? How does she even know how to talk? You know what's the craziest part though? I found out later this woman, well, she tells me, I'm not sure if it's true, but she says she takes like Quran classes. She has like a Quran teacher. So what I'm starting to realize is these people, they don't actually lack knowledge. People all the time, they say the reason the Western Muslims are retarded is because they lack Islamic knowledge. But that's not actually the case. Because most of these people actually have enough knowledge. They watch so many Islamic videos, they watch Muhammad hijab, they know things, but they just twist them to fit their own narrative. That's the problem. They're just not strong enough. They don't have the mental health, they don't have like the discipline to just follow the religion properly. They have to bend it to twist their own narrative. That's why I'm giving up on the Muslim community in the West. Completely. I don't give a damn about these people, man. They're so retarded. Wallahi. I'll be honest, I'm gonna say it right here. Most of my friends are just like white people. Like, you know, I don't really hang out with like these Muslim, like ethnically Muslim people. And I want to hang out with them. I'm one of them. But they're just stupid. Like I don't want to say this, but it's true. They're just stupid. And it has nothing to do with Islam as a religion. It just has to do with them. Like, they're just stupid and they're making Islam look bad. That was a big rant. You're a big man fan. I'm alright. I don't really get too much into that bodybuilding stuff, but I live here and there. Thank you, Chiga. Thank you, man. Chiga, you're an absolute legend. You keep me grounded. Alhamdulillah. She was from Kazakhstan, Dilawan. She was from Kazakhstan. By the way, Kazakhstan is dumb. Don't ever talk to women there. They're not marriage worthy. They're not anything worthy. So just no Kazakhstan. I went there recently. They were. I don't want to I'm already being banned, so it doesn't really matter. But the thing is, in Kazakhstan was more Western than Western countries. Every single woman there was dressed in a provocative way when I went there. It was like spring. It wasn't even that hot. Every single woman was dressed provocatively. I'm not just talking no hijab. I'm talking other things as well. I was like, what is that? Well, I was about to go to Australia, and I'm like, Australia, people don't dress like this at all. Like it's not as common. It's a Muslim country. So yeah, forget about Kazakhstan, guys. They're done. They're done. I like Kazakh guys. Some of them are chill, but the women, forget about them. I trained my little sibling MMA and do supplement together. Now he's a high school student. Oh man, that makes me so happy. Wallahi, bro, this is gonna make my night. Lamb beef biryani. This is actually gonna make my night. Thanks for saying that. It's not clickable. How do I make this happen? How do I put it in here, bro? I don't know how to do this. All right, give me a second. So I'm not deleting the channel per se. I'll probably just keep it around for a while, but I won't be posting too much on here because no matter what I post, it gets shadow banned. YouTube will take my video and it will make sure it doesn't get shown to anyone. Bro, how do I? So it's called World of Boris. That was kind of gay. How do I make this happen? I'll see if I can know this. I thought I did, but I just created like a couple of minutes ago, so that's probably why it's not coming up. But I'll make another video soon. I'll put like the proper link and everything. But yeah, just keep in mind, I'll put it on my Instagram as well. Make sure like this channel, like for anyone who just joined, it's banned. Too many reports, too many pussies getting angry about the word hijabi. So the YouTube is starting to temper it down. I'm gonna have to start a new channel. I don't know how many views it's gonna get. I don't know if I'm gonna keep posting if it gets 0 views all the time. If it gets like, I don't know, like 100 views, I'll be like, okay. I'm changing a couple lives here and there, inshallah. Man, that's so beautiful. Like you guys are saying like, see, I'm getting a couple of people saying like I changed their life and stuff. And like that's why I was started making videos, because I thought, whoa, if I say these things, I imagine how many lives will change. But when I got only hate, I was like, okay, maybe I'm just pissing people off. But these couple of messages you guys give, it's really inspiring, and it makes me want to keep making videos. So thank you, multi content, and thanks Lembi Biryani and how did you say it? Shadey Farouk, um, Chiga, Afsana. You're all legends. You all keep me alive. Do you think you can get a wife and meet quality face? Of course, bro. Looks don't matter. This is another thing I was actually gonna rant about. I actually wrote it down. Looks maxing is gay. In the West, it matters. In the West, it matters. Like, you got the clean shave. You got like a, you got this like eyebrow slit. You got this hair. Excuse me, I'm I'm losing my voice. In the West, this is a thing. In non-Muslim countries, nobody gives a damn. The men never care about their looks. If they do, it's considered gay. So in Uzbekistan, nobody cares about looks. I am considered good looking there. I walk there and I'm like, hey, I'm actually a model. What the hell? I'm just like start standing up a bit better. I'm like, whoa. And the thing is, women don't actually care about looks when they are normal feminine women. It's only in the West where women care about looks because they want Instagram likes. They want you to look good on their Instagram story. That's the only reason. It's just all about status. Yeah, no, that's the answer, right? In the West, they actually do care about looks. Now, if you are ultra like charismatic, just walk, you got that vibe in you, it's not gonna matter. You're still gonna attract girls. So it really depends on where you are. But I'll say 100% in my life, looks never prevented me from getting attraction from women. And I never really cared about my looks. I'll just say it right here. Like you can see right now, like I'm just completely like I don't take care of anything. But you can imagine, like, if I talk to a woman, like, and I start saying things that are like really charming, it's not really gonna matter what I look like. So the way you carry yourself matters a lot more than that. And don't ever let this mid looks like change anything. Whenever you go out, you probably see so many women with like non-attractive men. Looks don't actually matter that much. And women think they care, but they actually don't. Anyway, everyone's stupid except for me. I guess that's the bottom line. I'm kidding. What else was I going to talk about? Yes, the death threats are crazy, man. I've been getting so many of them on on Instagram. I'm really appalled by the reaction on Instagram, because I don't know if you guys know, when I started posting like those videos about Mahr, I was like 50k Mahr with just Mary Rivets. Everybody went completely apeshit. Everybody was like, "Oh, you're a horrible person," oh. And it just completely like blew up with hate. All the women were getting really angry, and all the men were supporting the woman. It's actually a very, very small percentage of men who were like on my side. On some of the videos, it was more so, but in most of the videos, I was like really confused. These men were saying, "Yeah, well, we need to stop being broke and we need to afford 100k here, G-Wagon for a woman." Why do you want it to be all materialistic? Why are you encouraging this? And the truth is, none of these people who are supporting women can actually afford anything. They're broke. They're broke. I'm the richest one out of all of them, and I'm saying this is stupid. Because all the people in those comments, I can see their profiles. They're all retards. And everybody who tries to call me out on my BS, everyone's like, "Oh, you say this, but you don't have this, you don't have this." I dare any of these retards message me on DM me and say, "I think you are BSing about this." Whether it's my, wrestling accomplishments, me beating the hell out of people in the cage, it's my apartments, money, women, just message me and I'll prove anything. My documents everywhere, bro. I don't have anything that I'm trying to like hype up. I'm not saying I'm a millionaire. I'm not saying I'm a billionaire. Like, I'm not saying I have a Lambo outside. But I am saying I'm doing all right and I can afford that stupid ass 50k Mahr. The problem is, when you can afford 50k mahar, that usually means you're not a retard. And you're not gonna marry a retard if you're not a retard. That's the whole point, but these simps, they just don't get it. Ugh. I need my chill pills. Someone get me my chill pills. How would I describe being charismatic? Charisma is like a weird thing, right? Like, people think it's like manipulation and all this stuff, but charisma is, I would say, being so much of yourself to the point where people envy that and they want to be a part of you. It evokes something in them. So it's a lot of being able to influence. For example, right? I'm not going to say I'm the most charismatic person in the world because I'm not arrogant or anything, but hear me out. When when someone gives me a hate message or a hate comment, I'm able to make them feel bad in like one way or another. And at the same time, when someone is nice to me, I'm able to make them feel really good. So that's influence. Just with words, I'm able to do that, right? Like, if someone gives me a positive message, I'll say things that's going to make their day. I'll make them feel really good. At the same time, if some hijabi messages me and tries to make fun of me, I can use my words to make her angry, make her depressed. So it's just, that's what it is. It's a skill. But yeah, bro, comment section on Instagram, oh, well, Loki, bro, it's insane. It's a war. And I'm in the middle of it. I'm just arguing with all the hijabis. I'm like Neo from the Matrix. And they throw out the worst insults. They're like, you're a brokey. You ugly. You can't speak English. You're brown. Boom, 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 boom. Just beat all of them. And I'm getting like 10 messages at once from these hijabis. I'm like, whoa, no, you. Boom. Doesn't matter if I'm broke because you're pre-owned. This is just who I am. Okay. Stay on my plate. What the? Anyway. Yeah, I'm glad you guys think it's illogical. You know, I'm really glad I went on this live because you guys are restoring my faith in humanity. I'll be honest, before I went on this live, for a while, I had this idea that everyone was retarded. Like, everybody is just retarded except for me. I'm the only normal person left in the world. But you guys are restoring my faith. You guys are actually very intelligent. I envy some of you people. Whew. I am of those few men who was on your side. It takes a lot of bravery, I'll tell you that. Because as soon as you comment anything supportive of my point, all the hijabis start calling you broke. That's all they can say. You're broke, you're gay. You're broke, you're gay, you're ugly. Some little kids. No, you're bad. No, you're a bad boy. No, you're gay. Ha 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 ha. And they all laugh at it. It's not even funny. Like, what is even creative about saying you're broke? That's the dumbest thing ever. What does being broke have to do with the point of the video anyway? First of all, I'm not broke. Like, I can show those evidence right now, as I said. And I'm bullshitting all these hijabis because they don't have a job. And all their fathers are Uber drivers. Not to be insultive of Uber drivers or anything. I think it's a pretty respectable job. But I'm just saying. You know, I'm just saying. Ah, man. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, Mr. Lamb Beef Biryani. Your real name is Bobur. Well, I already answered this. So, because I'm in a weird position, I grew up in the capital of Uzbekistan, which means I've lived as a Russian and Uzbek at the same time. Like, I went to a Russian school where everybody was Russian. So half of my life was Russian. So I have an Uzbek name and I have a Russian name. My Russian name is Boris, which is what people call me in the West. My Uzbek name is Bobur. What did you do in the beginning phase to get out of your poverty line? I love this question. I don't talk about finance very often, but it's very important. So I bought my first apartment when I turned 19. Without riba, without anything. Just straight up bought it. And a lot of people who might say that's not easy, but it's actually not. It's actually pretty cool. What I did was I got my whole family on this plan. Got my brother, got my dad, got my cousins, boom, boom, got everybody. I was like, this is what we're going to do. We're all going to work these jobs. You know, my brother was working at construction. I think I was working at construction too at the time. I just finished school. Everybody had like normal jobs. And then we said, where is the easiest way we can invest in real estate? Because in Australia, we can't. It's too much, too expensive. In Uzbekistan, because we are citizens, we get a huge discount. And there are areas in Uzbekistan which actually give you very, very high returns on small apartments. So we worked for like a year or so. What ended up happening was I ended up making most of the money because everyone was lazy as hell. So I made a bunch of money, and I got a little bit of money from my brother to top it up, and I bought the apartment. So the easiest way to get rich is to get your family on it, get a bunch of money together, and invest outside of the West. And then you get an apartment, and I'm getting like a pretty big sum of money from like the rental at the time. It was like I could have almost lived on that. You know what I mean? At like 19 years of age, just turned 19. So that's when I would say I've crossed the phase of poverty line, because I officially didn't have to work. Like I wouldn't starve if I stopped working. You know what I mean? So that's really easy way. Get your brothers together. Get people together. This is our power as Muslims, that we can get together and we can trust each other. We can cooperate and we can get things done. White people can't do that. I don't know why, they just can't. So our power as Muslims is in numbers, especially when it comes to money. Which is kind of hypocritical, because I always make fun of Muslims because they can only do like one type of business, which is real estate, and I say it's like really safe and boring. But that's actually pretty good. That's like it's better than nothing. You know what I mean? It's better than nothing. It's better than just being broke. But then I started doing more creative things as well. I have a martial arts business. I make about, I'm gonna say, 800 to 900 a month on that. Not much, but it's all right. I can live off that. So yeah, that's how it is. I'm a G. I'm Andrew Tate. You do this, you do that. One thing I developed in the past year, I can embrace hate and labels with pride. Yeah, respect for that, bro. What I realized is like, people are just gonna hate you, whatever you say, because most people these days are just pussies and cowards. They just don't like someone expressing themselves. So I'm really glad you said that, because yeah, like everybody needs to be ready to get hated the hell out of. Bro, like, if you express yourself fully, if you say the absolute truth that you're feeling, you are going to have death threats from people. That's just how it is. That's what I found out. It's just how it is. Death threats. And I enjoy them. When I get death threats, I'm like, I must be doing the right thing. But yeah, I'm really glad that you developed that. It helps in everyday life as well. And the funny thing is, women actually like you more. That's the weirdest part. Like, when you have these beliefs and you just stick to them. And this is me. I believe, like, Jobies should be executed or whatever. I didn't say that. Just an example. When you have like really radical beliefs and you stand by them, this is me, women start liking you more. Now the Jobies will hate you. And the simps will try to disagree and hate on you because they think that's going to make the Jobies like them more. But the paradox is the Jobies will start hating on them. Well, they don't start hating. At first they're like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, finally there's a real man. But they're never going to like have any love or attraction towards them. Instead, they will actually be attracted to you. So it's kind of weird. Women can hate your guts. Like what was I saying about that Kazakh woman just before? She was wearing like a niqab and everything on the photo as well, which is really weird. I'm not saying niqab is weird, by the way. I'm just saying it's weird that she was wearing it and she was DMing me. Let's not twist my words around. So she was really hateful towards me. She made like a hate comment on every single video I ever made. You look like this, you look like a dickhead. Like, okay, whatever, just ignore her. And then she starts DMing me. And she starts like flirting with me. It was in Russian. I'm not even gonna expose what she was saying, but she was saying like flirty things. I could tell. Why? She was just hating on me. She's hating my guts. She was blowing up with anger. But women, intrinsically, for some reason, they respect someone who can just stick to what he believes in. He doesn't give a damn about the repercussions. And if you think about it, this is how all the great things started. When our Prophet, peace be upon him, came out, he was getting so much hate. Everybody hated on him, right? Like, people were looking to kill him. He was under the protection of his family. That's the only reason he sort of survived. But when he came out and started saying these radical things, even though they were 100% like true, they were gonna make the world a way better place. Everybody still hated it. Why? Think about it from a logical perspective. Now you're gonna say, "Oh, it's the shaitan or whatnot," but it's still the same situation in the world now. Think about how beautiful of a thing Islam is. Peace and like unity, brotherhood, doing the right thing. And if people are gonna hate on you for like preaching something like that, so many people are gonna hate on you. Like, what can you actually think about that people won't hate you for? There's only one thing. It's just like the liberal agenda. That's the only thing. You can be a feminist and no one's gonna hate you. So for some reason, the world is always going to be on the side of hate. It's just never gonna change. Most people are just gonna be retards. But then there's gonna be a couple of G's, like me and like you guys, like in pinpoint you. There's a couple of people who are still gonna be normal. And that's like the group that's gonna change everything. You know what I mean? Like, obviously not everyone's gonna have the impact that our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had. Of course. But it doesn't mean we can't have a positive impact on our own like little specific niche. For example, I come out and I start talking about these hijabis, right? We all know this is happening. Everyone knows that it's like, not all of them, but a lot of them are out of control. They all sleep around. They all do these things, and nobody holds them accountable. Nobody cares. Everyone's on their side. And then I come out and I start saying like this needs to be changed. Of course, everyone hates on me because they're all pussies and simps. But if I keep saying it, and I'm not saying I will, but if I keep saying it and more people say, someone else from this chat here, maybe multi-content, I'm looking at you, maybe you make an account where you talk about hijabis. Now there's more and more people. Now the hijabis are like, oh, maybe we should clean up our act because people are actually holding us accountable. That's beauty. That's the beauty of being a man who can express himself. I keep going on rants. I just can't calm down. I'm gonna have a heart attack soon. Get ready to call 911. A woman, a girl for marriage was not interested in me because I got too short hair. You gotta be kidding me. What are you? I'm assuming you live in the West, because there's no way Muslim women would be like that. But to be honest, I encourage a lot of people here to go to their home country and get married. And I know like this is such a cliche advice, or passport bros, but it just makes sense for some reason. It just makes sense for us to do that. Because I'm not saying like, oh, they're all influenced by West is like a disease, but the women who were brought up in the West, they have different expectations from the marriage. Most women in like normal countries, a lot of them sort of get married for love. Like at the end of the day, like, they'll be like, oh, I want, they have this like pureness that they just want you for you. But the Western woman, again, I'm mostly generalizing, but most of them just care more about status. Like, what kind of a life can you give me? Like, can you get me a car that I can take photos with and show my friends and make me look like a boss babe? That's what most of these women are thinking, especially the Muslimas. So, yeah, I mean, I'll encourage a lot of people to go back to their home country and get married. I actually don't even discourage going there and using a dating app to get a wife. Because most women that you find on dating apps won't actually be haram, believe it or not. Most of them will actually be normal people. At least they're going to be better than these Western hijabis. And then you can see if you can marry them. So yeah, and another thing is, if you go to your home country, it's a Muslim place like Malaysia or something, and you go on a dating app, you're going to get a lot of matches, way more than you would get here. Just because, women here just in the West just have like really high expectations. But they're retards. Like, they just have like unreasonable expectations. They don't even know what they want. But they're just like, oh, I want a man who can make me feel this way. And then it's just going to be some drug dealer or some like social media TikTok boy. Like me. And then everyone knows I'm not good for them. I'm gonna break their heart and beat them up and send them back to their father. So yeah, they don't know what they want. Yeah, Chiga, yeah. It's kind of funny. A lot of these women actually have a lot more testosterone than a lot of these guys. And it's another rant I was gonna do, because I get recognized by a lot of Jobies in the street. And I'm not saying that's you, Chiga, by the way. I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to, like, make my way into a point. But every time I'm at the city, there's usually a group of Jobies who recognize me. Walking around, and they're like, you can hear them whispering like little hyenas. I don't even know what the hell they're saying. They make me angry. So they're saying that, right? I'm just walking past. And usually they kind of confront me. They just go up in front of me and just stare at me like those UFC stare-offs. Just like... And then I'm just like, oh, wait, like, well, my video or something. And then I just like kind of like walk away from it before they go crazy. But that's the whole Jobies, right? The guys, though, that recognize me, and keep in mind, more guys are supposed to recognize me than women, just from statistics of my channel. But the guys who recognize me, they look at me, they don't say anything. They're just like in the corner, like, oh, it's that guy who makes like those TikToks about Jobies. He's a bad guy. He's a bad boy. Yeah, he's a bad boy. He should be on detention. They say some BS like that, right, from the corner. And I just noticed them, and I'm like, I don't give a damn, right? I do my prayer. I'm like doing my shadow boxing, just out of nowhere in there, without anyone around me, just doing shadow boxing like an autistic kid, because I'm a G. I'm doing that. And those guys are like saying stuff behind my back. Literally in the mosque as I'm praying. I'm not even going to get into how haram that is. But afterwards, I'll go home. And I will have messages from those guys saying, oh, I saw you at the mosque. You're a retard. You look like an idiot in real life. So the whole Jobies have the balls to come and stand in front of me like men. With their little backpacks. They got the balls. But the brothers, all they can do is just like message me after. I saw you at the mosque. I always talk about Muslim men in the modern Western world being pussies, but this is like, it's like a whole different level. But now I thank Allah every day because that woman rejected me. She has multiple relationships. Hey. Yeah, a lot of these things are blessings in disguise, obviously, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Marriage is difficult. A lot of people think marriage is easy in the Muslim community, but that's because they have like really strong ties within, where like they have a strong community and people know each other and they can find a wife easily like that. Like, I want to get married, boom, 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 easy. But a lot of men that watch me, and like myself included, we're just not as close with the community. That's just the bottom line. And even if we are, there's no good women in that community. So what do we do, right? Like, we just end up 30 years old, like porn addicts, and we just live our life like incels? That's what these retards expect us to do. Because they always say, oh, you can't talk about women, you can't cold approach, you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, how are you supposed to get married? How? If you can't go and talk to like a random woman and get her to marry you, in this situation where you don't have connections, how do you get married? You physically can't. You just have to be an incel. That's what these people want from you. That's why like my course, I'm just going to talk about it for a second, is quite controversial. And I make it really clear that a lot of the techniques, they work if you don't have like strong connections with the community, because then you have like a lot easier methods to get married. You just say, I want to get married. But I talk about how you have to start talking to random women to get married. And you need to look out for the good signs. You need to go up and be able to present yourself and be able to sell yourself to women. and you have to do it in mass numbers. Like you have to talk to 100 women, 200 women, and one of them will marry you. Because some brothers are in that extreme situation where they have to do that. There's no woman to marry if you're not in the community. You go and try to talk to some hijabi, she's going to be like, why are you talking to us? Just like start telling everyone, that guy tried to talk to me, that guy tried to talk to me, trying to boost her own ego. And then you're known as some creep. Everybody starts looking at you. That's the reality for most men. You know, all these fairy tale guys, like, oh, it's hard to talk to women. Oh, you know, why don't you just go up to a father? These people just never lived in the gutter like we lived in. You know, when I was, you know, like 18, 19, 20, I didn't have any connections with the Muslim community. I don't even have any now. But I was struggling. Like, I was like, okay, so I'm not allowed to talk to women Islamically, apparently. So how am I supposed to, like, find a wife? You know, it just blew my mind. And people are like, that's haram, that's haram. What is haram? Getting married? You have to get married somehow. Women don't fall out of the sky. Dumbass. Retard. I don't know why I'm getting angry. I'm just trying to get some viewers. I'm not even gonna argue with this guy, Remocked, or I'm just not gonna argue with this guy. He's on a different level. I'm not talking to you. But yeah, Alhamdulillah, Chiga. I'm sure you can answer that question that was asked before. I put most of my live streams as most of my live streams as members only, because there's a lot of like personal stuff that I talk about, and it's obviously can get pretty extreme. Yes, Chiga, you know, you joined my loyal to the cause members group. Now, I just want to point out that this is not like some like money grab, because I literally get like 25% of that. So you pay like $4, I get like $1 or something. So it's not a money grab. It's the videos that if I post on this channel, people will genuinely just get offended. Like, I will have family from like really far message me, oh, take that video down, and they start crying. So that's why I have to have this members only channel. And whoever is on there is a legend. There we go. Yeah, Chiga. There we go. But you should be able to find some of them. I don't know how to find it, to be honest. I'm so retarded with these things. Don't even ask me these questions. These guys only live on social media. They're not. I just told a story about how they were there in real life. They all watch me at the mosque. But instead of commenting, they just say these things they would comment to each other. They'd be like, look, he's broke. You should just say he's broke. And that's what they say. And they're all retards. Just want to make that clear. I know I've been saying that a lot, but it's just, you just can't really overemphasize it. It's just so true. But yeah, I mean, that's the bottom line. I don't know if you guys just joined, but the channel is being shadow banned. I'll just repeat myself real quick. The channel is being shadow banned. I'm going to have to stop posting on this channel. I might post a couple more videos just to, you know, say like, try to get people over to that channel who want to follow it. But a new channel is called Word of Boris. I'll give you a lot more updates on that. But if you guys want to go subscribe to that channel, then I'll be posting a lot more videos. But I just want to make clear, especially to you, Remocked, this channel is not like an Islamic channel. It's not for religious advice. I'm not a scholar. I'm not a sheikh, as you can see. I'm just a guy, a Muslim guy. That's it. Just a normal Muslim guy who talks about self-improvement. That's it. I'm not like this that you guys imagine me to be for some reason. So this is just to stop people from trying to say, oh, why aren't you saying anything that's related to Islam? Like, martial arts has nothing to do with Islam, it's haram. It's got nothing to do with that. My advice will still be halal, but it won't be strictly about Islam. So that's what this new channel will be about, and that's why I call it Word of Boris rather than Muslim Boris. So that's just to clear that up. I'm giving up on these people in Muslim Western communities. I'm done with them. They're all retards. There we go. I said it again. why many people say on the internet porn is good because they all watch it. I mean, the Muslim guys, they are actually against it. A lot of Muslim people online are like, oh, that porn, that's haram. But I can guarantee you that a majority of these people on my comments that are hating, like on my Instagram especially, like, oh, you're haram because you're the background, you're haram because of your eyebrows. They say that, but I can guarantee you, as soon as they type that out, they're like, oh, I'm getting kind of bored. They click switch tabs and they have like a porn site. They all do. I can tell. I can just smell it on them. So yeah, keep that in mind. And that's another point, is that it's easy to feel like a really bad Muslim in this day and age if you're like a normal man who lives true to himself, because everybody pretends that they're perfect, right? On social media, everyone pretends they're perfect. Or in the mosque, if you go to like a festival, Eid festival, everyone's perfect. Everyone. But the funny thing is, those people are actually the worst Muslims. They're all like the ones who pretend to be perfect, and you can feel it. You can just smell in the way they're talking. They got like customer service voice. I'm a good Muslim. Everything's haram. I see these people are going to clubs at night as I'm doing my David Goggins run in the middle of the night, shadowboxing with nasheeds playing with big speakers. I see these retards going to the club trying to pick up women. Those are the exact idiots who will see me at the mosque the next day and try to give me criticism about my mustache or something. Why do you care about my mustache when you literally going into this house full of alcohol and zina in the more least Islamic place possible, and you think that's normal? I got called up to go to a club the other day with this guy I met. I thought he was a normal Muslim guy. I think he was Uzbek, actually, sadly enough. This is actually funny. I was at the gym at this time. I was shadowboxing. With nasheeds playing in the speakers. And this guy messages me on Telegram, sends me a video of him at the club. He says there's this new Uzbek chick at the club that he wants to pick up. It's like, I was like, bro, come to the club. I sent him a video of me at the gym lifting. It's like a fight gym / weights gym, so it's not a traditional gym per se. That was funny. And he was like, ha, respect. By the way, you should come to the club after. Like, what the hell is wrong with these people, man? What is wrong with these people? They're obsessed with the structure of your facial hair, but they don't follow the most basic principles. Man, give me a break, man. Give me a break. These people are so stupid. Yeah, I'm actually very interested in that. We Asian Muslim men have the same problem like this in the West. That's surprising. That's honestly surprising. It's certainly not the case in Uzbekistan. Anyway, yeah, so Uzbekistan, here's the thing about Uzbekistan, right? They're not as religious as like Pakistan or Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan. Obviously, they're not even close in terms of being like encouraging of religion, right? But they are a lot more practical in their approach. So instead of having this like two-way thing where you pretend to be perfect on one side, on the other side, all the young people are at the clubs all night long. That's what most Muslim countries do, like Pakistan, Saudi Arabia. I know this. The difference in Uzbekistan is we don't pretend that people are perfect. Not to that extent. We're like, okay, we know people are clubbing. We know we're not like perfect Muslims, but we'll try. You should stop going to the club because firstly, it affects your family. It makes you more stupid. And plus, it's haram, and that's why it's haram. That's what we say. in the Muslim world, in the Muslim countries, they say, oh, you're wearing shorts, that's haram. And then they like make a big deal out of that, as if that same guy who's wearing shorts is not in the club every night. You know what I mean? They kind of just like focus on these small things, and because they're so like crazy about these small things, they don't care. I don't know. They just don't give a damn about these big things happening. So that's the problem. So Uzbekistan is not as conservative when it comes to Islam, but it's more conservative because we are not fake to the extent that like they're fake. Obviously, there's still some guys who do bad things, obviously, but from what I know, most Muslims keep it really, really halal. They keep it together really well in Uzbekistan. Alhamdulillah, I do believe it's one of the best countries to live in the world right now. I might be biased, but that's genuinely what I believe. If you give me a lie detector, that's exactly what I would say. Those dudes thought being with garden tools in nightclub made them tough and cool. Garden tools? I don't think I'm understanding the metaphor. Garden tools. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, they think it's cool, and the funny thing is, these people like they somehow combine their haramness with Islam. Like they'll go out and they'll listen to like Arabic music, that like ding 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 ding, yeah, like wave their like little flags or whatever, and they think that's Islamic just because they're listening to Arab music. I mean, I've seen this a couple of times. That's why I'm reporting. But I know it's not all Muslims, but a lot of them, they think just putting on Arab clothes and dancing to ding 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 is somehow Islamic. So they're all stupid, just like everyone else except for me. By the way, everyone give me money. Everyone send me super chats. I'm a G. I'm a few other good things. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, I'm so stupid. How did I not get that? How did I not get that? Yeah, I must start saying that. It's like a code word. In the next in my new channel, because I keep getting banned for saying the word hijabi, I'm gonna have to start saying the hijabi garden tools or something like that. If by conservative you mean anti-Muslim, what are you talking about, bro? All right, guys, don't listen to this ram-mocked guy. He just says like really weird things for some reason. In fact, I might slowly get rid of him. Maybe. There we go. All right, he's done now. He's gone now. Now I can start talking normally. Yeah, he's weird. I don't know why he's like really obsessed with like these small things, some sort of ideologies. I don't even know. I don't have anything against the guy, but he always comes on my lives and starts saying weird things. Anyway. We all know I'm a G by now. If anybody has any doubts about that, you can let me know. But yeah, I was saying before, I don't know if anybody's new here, but people message me on TikTok and Instagram, these like haters that are really angry at me, and they say, "Oh, we know where you live," and that's like, it's very. Oh man, how do you completely remove someone? This is so. Oh, maybe. There we go. This should do the trick. He's gone. Hell yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's probably rage bait, but then again, it's still like weird to get those comments, you know what I mean? But it just reminds me of how much of a G I am. Because imagine you tell so much truth that people are like genuinely wanting to hurt you. I mean, I would say they're probably just trolling. But in case they're not, just imagine, And everyone here has seen John Wick, right? Just gotta use that analogy again. You know how at night a bunch of people pull up to his house and they try to kill him? And he just destroys all of them? By the way, he does Sambo, which is what I do. So it's the exact same thing. He destroys all of them. That's me. That's literally me. I have a bunch of simps and hojabis pull up to my house. I'll just be, on my maybe in my bathrobe, took a shower. It's like 3 a.m. Just made a live video, and there's like a bunch of hojabis trying to attack me. I'm like, give you one chance to get the hell out of my house. and just like destroy all of them by myself. Guillotine. Something like that. You get the picture. And then some police pulls up in my house and they say, "Hi Boris, you're working again." And I'm saying, "No, just taking care of some business." That's literally what's gonna happen. I'm not even kidding. I could genuinely beat like 10 of those Jobies. But maybe if it's dudes, it might be a bit more difficult. Like hold me down. But if they're simps, I'll probably destroy them anyway. That's all it takes. The Muhammad Ali stuff. I don't live in Russia, bro. I've been there, but I don't live there. I was living in Uzbekistan, but I went to a Russian school, so I just lived in a very Russian community, which is pretty much most Uzbeks, to be fair. Brother, maybe you have tips that kind of people food that increase testosterone. Why did you delete the message? Bunyad Beg? Ibadulayev? Do I know you? Some Uzbek guy. I actually have some news for the Uzbek viewers. It's gonna be really interesting. Brother, maybe you have tips. What kind of food that increases men's testosterone in Uzbeks? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Uzbeks have the highest testosterone in the world, which is insane. Insane. Alhamdulillah, bro. Honestly, everybody thinks Uzbekistan is trash because we have like high pollution. What else do we have? Like corruption. We have a lot of bad things, but none of that actually matters. If you have the highest testosterone in the world, who gives a damn? Well, testosterone. It's the most important thing in the world. So yeah, it's beautiful. The thing is, lamb beef biryani in Uzbekistan, the food is just different. It's natural. It comes from a natural source. So when I go there, I get full of testosterone. Like I get so creative. Like some of you people would have seen my lives and my videos when I was in Uzbekistan, and you know how different I was. So energetic, so strong. It's a completely different person because the food there increases testosterone no matter what you eat. So I'm not like a big diet guy, but whenever I go to Uzbekistan, everything is just good for you. So yeah, it's just that's how it is. If YouTube doesn't work out, you should. I'm open to that. I'm open to that. That'd be pretty funny. Yes, I am in Australia. Shafar. Aka Uzbekistan qaysi shahardansiz? Bunyod Beg, who are you? Who are you, bro? Do I know you? Taniymanmi qat'andir? I get so weird when there's someone here that I know from real life. I'm like, oh, like who? You're not supposed to know this version of me, bro. I mean, I'm pretty much the same guy, but it's still like weird, you know what I mean? Like just randomly, this guy you meet at the mosque or something, turns out he makes videos talking about Jobies on the internet. It's just like it's just kind of random. That's it. Like it's really random. But yeah, so it's a bit of. All right, good. That's good because I do have some plans. Like I'm not sure if it's 100% gonna work, but I've been talking to some of my friends, some of my family in Uzbekistan. I might be opening a school of psychology in Uzbekistan. And I know that's such a weird, random thing, but hear me out. I might go to Uzbekistan and open up this like classes where I teach about like psychology. But it won't be like psychology in the traditional sense because in Uzbekistan, nobody cares or knows anything about psychology. So I'm going to come out there, start the Western Psychology School of Australia, and I'm going to be teaching about the same things I teach on here. Because I'm also pretty good at public speaking. I'm just saying, like, I'm just good at like class, talking to a class. So that's coming. That's going to be really good. I just came across your videos on YouTube for Australia stuff here. Alhamdulillah. Bunyad Beg. There's more positivity. I'm so glad to get some positivity on here because I've just been like swimming in the pool of hate for the past couple of weeks since that video of mine went viral on Instagram. So much hate, bro. Everyone is just like, your voice, bro, you're a brokey. I think I have a list of everything they make fun of me for. It's like, they say the way I dress indicates that I'm apparently broke. My English is really bad. I can't speak English properly. My hair is retarded. My appearance is ugly, so that makes me poor for some reason. Like they just somehow find out that I'm poor from my face. My eyes are too far apart. What else did they say? They said a lot of things. It was like they kept calling me gay for some reason. I just accepted it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gay. What are you gonna do about it? Obviously, I'm not. Obviously, but it's like they just find everything to hate you about. It's just weird. It's just, they sit there and they like look up my picture and they're like, okay, let's see. Start drawing circles. Oh, I can hate him about this. Hate him about this. They really don't have anything better to do with their lives. I'm such a Chad. I mean, yeah, I am. I guess you could say I'm fluent in Uzbek. Uzbek has changed since I left, so people started speaking a bit differently. But I'll still be able to talk to you, Uzbek. It's not a problem. Bunyodbek. O'zbek tilida gapirib turaman. O'zbekistonga borganda, так asosan ruschani aralashtirib ham gapiraman. Shansi ham bor. Oh. Anybody here speak Russian by any chance? Probably Bunyodbek. Anybody else speak Russian? По-русски? Блять, сука, нахуй. But yeah, essentially, for anyone who just joined, I'm looking to not close this channel down, but I'm gonna stop posting on this channel because I'm gonna start. I already started a new channel. I'm gonna focus all my energy on that because this channel is being shadowbanned. Everything that I post on here is not gonna be recommended to people. Even if you subscribe to me, you probably won't get it recommended as much. Like I'll post new videos and you won't know that I posted it, even if you watch all my videos. So YouTube doesn't recommend my videos anymore because I keep talking about Jobies. My new channel is called World of Boris. I'll put a link on the bio. I'll put a link in the description. It for some reason it's not working, but it's got the same profile photo and it's called World of Boris. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, also live in 3 countries: Poland, Germany, Uzbekistan to experience things. Yeah, we all Uzbeks go through the same lifestyle, if you will. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I'm so bad at these stupid chats. I don't even know how to write anything. I'll start a poll. New channel, Word of Boris. Yeah, keep in mind, I can't post on this channel that much anymore because it's just gonna be a waste. Like everything I post, you just won't see it. There'll have be a couple of people that watch it. It's not gonna go anywhere. The weird thing is, I'll get into it in a second. The weird thing is, my statistics are better than ever. So, what's the word? My statistics are really high, so I have a huge amount of people clicking on my videos. It's extremely high for the level of my channel. It's pretty small. I get 11% click-through rate, which is huge. And the watch time is very high as well. Everything is really high. It's higher than it's ever been since I started my channel. But it just doesn't get views. As soon as it gets 200 views, it just boom. It just cuts it off. So YouTube doesn't show my videos to new people. It only shows it to very few old people who go and look up my channel or go to subscription feed. But nobody else can really watch my videos. It's pretty bad, honestly. So I'm bad at everything with technology. I'm actually bad at everything except for a couple things. I'm really weird. Looks like Instagram algorithm. Yeah, the Instagram algorithm went crazy because of that one video about the Macher. Oh, it was amazing. I still can't find it. Hold on a second. How do I? There's got to be a way I can show you. The video, it was these Jobies talking about Macher. It's gonna have to be 50K. G-Wagon and House in the Bloods. You know what I'm talking about. No, that's a different one. I have Reels page as well. Muslim Boris Reels. That there was a video there that went viral. Muslim Boris Reels is what it's called. I don't know if I heard anyway, but yeah, I post a lot on there as well now. I get like there's like a whole war going on there right now. It's like the Jobies versus like a couple of normal people like me and that Lambriani just arguing with all the Jobies, taking all of them out one by one. It's really quite beautiful. At some point, I want to start doing like fan meetups as well. Like I just want to like meet up with some of the people on here. I think most of you guys live in England, so I'll have to do it there probably. Go to England, meet up with a bunch of guys. You know, probably like go to mosque, train, wrestle, talk about Jobies, find a bunch of Jobies and bring some eggs. Just like, I'm kidding, we won't do that. I don't want to get arrested, but maybe I wouldn't cross it off completely. Yeah, this new channel, I don't even know is I don't know. Just give me 2 seconds. Hold on. Yeah. No, I don't think I just created it, so that's probably why it's not coming out. I don't even know how to like. There's that link. Can anyone try to copy and paste that link onto Safari and see if it does the trick? And that seems to be the only way. Because on my bio right now, you can see like the link for it. I don't think it's clickable, but if you copy and paste, it should work. Just because the channel hasn't been there yet. What type of girls are Jobies? It's actually a very, very clear distinction, right? I made that video a while ago, 3 ways to identify a Jobi. Mainly, you can see in the eyes, like they have eyes like this. Not even that. Hold on, I'll try to imitate it. It's kind of like this. Whereas you see a normal hijabi, and her eyes are more like this. It's a big difference. And then you hear the voice. So this is how normal hijabis talk. It's all right. I think he seems like a very good guy. I might marry him. That's how hijabis talk. And then you have the Jobis, where they're like, how do they talk? They're like, so me and my friend, we were out. Me and my friend were in Brisbane, and in there was a bunch of Lebanese guys. They were so hot. They were so hot, bro. They were so hot. And there was that guy. I think his name was Ibrahim. I was talking to him. He told me about his sister. That's how they talk. So the accent, the eyes. There's a couple other signs. Like you can see in their body language as well. Like this is how a hijabi works. Right? That's hijabi. Now you have the Jobi. I don't even know how to imitate. They're kind of like this. Kind of like what's the word? Like a goose or something, you know? It's like, you know what I mean? Like you can, you know how you know this. Everyone knows this. It's just hard to illustrate it. Yeah, that's to'g'ri aytyapsiz Bunyodbek aka. Men o'ylayotgandim-da. O'zbekistonda psixologiya rivojlanmagan. Hech kim bilmaydi psixologiyani. Men borib psixologiya maktab ochsam, klassda, shunga o'xshagan gaplar gapirsam, menimcha ko'p o'zbeklarga yoqadi, to'g'risini aytsam. Keyin ularga qarshi ham bo'lmaydi. The government is not against it, so I might actually be able to get away with it. I'm definitely gonna try to open a psychology school because I was already doing English classes. They kind of forced me to go there, and I was like killing it. I just kept talking about the same things I talk about here, and everybody was like, "This guy's a genius," and they all started like praising me. They're like, "Whoa, Riz!" All right, maybe it didn't go that far, but you know what I mean. They really liked it. Botox lips. I don't know what the hell that is, bro. Would you marry a hijabi girl that has? Oh, as in the ones that are like puffed up, where they puffed it up unnaturally. Well, I mean, if she did it artificially, I probably no, because that means they're like faking every other way as well. I think it will stick. I think I'll stick to my pets. I don't like that naked mole rat. I remember you. You always in my comments. You're a very good guy. But no, that's not a good idea, bro. There's a lot of good women. Don't become an incel, please. That's it's not. Don't let these hijabis stop you from pursuing the good hijabis because they're all waiting for you. I never met. I'm at home a lot. Okay, that's interesting. But if you ever go to city, like a CBD at night, maybe like Saturday night, Friday night, or Sunday night, you're gonna see a lot of hijabis. You'll know right away. You just tell by the posture, the eyes. You just know. I don't know how to tell. Like your body just knows who's a hoe and who's not. The hijabis are like really masculine. They're kind of like they all think they're in some like English gang. They all think they're like Peaky Blinders or something, right? Um, big difference. It's very very like a weird type of species. I don't even know how it came about. Like I don't even know how you get like from this like really good like hijabi woman. I don't know how they devolve into that. Like it's a really weird transition. Cenzura kuchli-yu, lekin bunyod bekaga manimcha bunaqa narsalarni senzura qilishmaydi. Chunki men pravительствоda chin aslida gapirmayman. Yaxshi gaplar gapiraman faqat. No, unaqa O'zbekistonda bo'lsam yomon gaplar gapirmayman. Bu 100%. O'shanga pravительство qarshi gapirmasa, sal diniy narsalarni buncha ko'p gapirmayman. Manimcha hech narsa qilmaydi. Psixologiyada baribir. I'm joking, bro. Just gotta max out on my stats first to become awesome. Yeah, there we go. That's the right mentality. Naked mole rat. That's the right mentality. Like it's actually okay to be an incel for a while when you just building yourself up. It's completely good for you. Like because so many men just get distracted by women all the time. Like if you try to go to gym, if you try to like go have a job in the West, there's so many women that are like provocative. So it's kind of like hard to focus on things. But if you are able to just become an incel for a little bit and you just focus on your work, that's beautiful because then you can get the best woman possible. So yeah, respect. Stop dissing my Uzbek, bro. It's good. It's good, okay? Parents won't allow you to go outside, and you're 15. Well, I guess 15. That's pretty young, but you shouldn't even be thinking about girls, bro. What the hell? But yeah, I mean, parents don't allow you to go out. That's weird. Should I go on another rant about Muslim parents that make kids into cowards? I talk about this all the time, but it pisses me off so much. They try to use Islam. Oh, Islam says you need to obey us. So if you go out, you're haram. It's like, bro, they don't even pray. Like, what do you? I really hate that, man. That really drives my nerves. I see so many of them. Most Muslim parents don't actually care about religion. Like they just use it as a tool to make you obey. And I'm not saying they're like bad. Like I'm not trying to villainize them, but it's just how they were raised. They don't like. They will hear something like certain things like zina. They're like, oh, that's really bad. Understandable. But then they will hear like riba, like mortgage. They're like, oh, actually, that's pretty good. Let's go for it. And they get the kids onto riba as well. Like they're doing riba with university. They allow them to free mix. They all these things, but they take these small things where it's like you have to obey your parents and you can't go out at night and you just like purport it. But if you look at like exactly what they're doing, I would argue most Muslim parents actually aren't too different from kuffar parents. They act different. They make more tea. They have like more order in the house. But in terms of how many haram things they are doing, like a lot of Muslim parents are scamming people. Like when they like sell a car or something, like a Muslim dad, scam people. They don't really care. But then they really care about this one thing. So if you average it out, it's actually not too different. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Don't kill me. It's not like you could anyway. stop me from going to gym. Bro, but I've started calisthenics at home. That's respect. Yeah, that's respect. Bro, I don't understand how parents stop you from going to the gym. What the hell? What? You just go and lift some weights. That's what your body is designed to do. What are you talking? Muslim parents are built different, bro. They blow my mind. They make me really question like the sanity of the world. Why would you stop your son from going to the gym? I wish I could start talking to them. You know what I mean? Like, imagine like I had like a service where you hire me and then you put me on a video call with your parents, and I'm like, the hell's wrong with you, man? You are destroying your son. You're destroying the community. I have a lot of things to say to them. You are 99.9% from Tashkent. Yeah, okay, you got it. Yeah, you got it. You can tell from the way I talk. Well, it's not even that impressive because we mix Russian as well. I don't know where you're from. I feel like you're from Tashkent as well, just from the way you are talking. Is it wrong? As I meant. Yeah, this is another topic that kind of gets on my nerves, just like every other topic we ever discussed. You know, there's some scholars online who are like who'd say you shouldn't care about a woman's like virginity and purity and stuff. Those are complete retards. They're so stupid because they don't understand the consequences of a woman going through that first like breakup. I'll name drop some of them because I'm such a G. Sheikh Asim. He's so smart with some things, right? He knows Islam really well, but when it comes to this topic with virginity and women, he's such a retard. I'm not trying to insult him, like I'm just saying, like to this specific topic, like he's way smarter than me in every other way. But let's just be real. A guy complained to him, I've lied about being a virgin, and he's having all these complications. So she's lied, and then like now they're having the other arguments. She lied about many things. And then he gets mad at him for finding out. How did you find out? Did you interrogate her? Who gives a damn? She lied. Why aren't you condemning her for lying? And I'll tell you why these people think like that. Because none of these sheikhs have been through life. They haven't been through life. I lived these things. I've seen with my own two eyes the difference between a woman with no experience and a woman with some experience, even one experience. The world of difference, not even 1% the same. That first relationship, marriage, sexual intimacy, whatever it is, it changes the woman a lot, bro. Wallahi, like it's done. Like they'll never be the same again. It's just the simple truth. I don't know if anybody knows in like martial arts, when you break your shoulder, it just keeps popping out. Like I once landed on my shoulder really badly and it just kept popping out for ages. So if I trade, it might just pop out again. That's how it is. Once women have that first breakup, they keep reverting back to that feeling, just keep popping out. And these sheikhs, they've never been through that, so they're like. They have this one wife who was a virgin initially, probably, and then they're gonna be like, well, there's no difference. Why would you even care about that? I don't care about that. Because you haven't seen the other side. You're a dumbass. You haven't been through what I've been through. I'm a G. I've been through it, and that's what I talk about. To stop you from falling into the same mistakes. The community overall lacks experience. They lack this like attitude of like I can do this. I've been through things. I know what I want in life. They lack it because they're all mama's boys. They all grew up listening to their parents because they were like, oh, I gotta listen to my mom. That's what the sunnah tells me. And it doesn't actually say you have to obey your parents. It just says you need to respect them. But they twist the words. They're like, oh, you have to obey your parents. So they use that as an excuse to spend their whole life as a pet. It's like a little kitten. And then when they grow up, they think they just know everything because they read books. Like fair enough, they know Islam, respect. But if you don't have experience, it's very hard for you to talk to the youth because there are pitfalls that you haven't fallen into that they might fall into. And Islam, like on its own, like if you just learn Islam and you don't develop yourself, it's very different. It's very different from someone who has both, like Islamic knowledge and like going through experience. So that's what I think. Because I never talk in my dialect. If I don't know what if almost understands me. You must be from Samarkand. That's what you sound like to me when you're at Beg. That's what I think. Yeah, that's it. The refrigerator stick. I think Mahdi Tijani used that analogy, didn't he? Yeah, they're like stickers. Man, this question makes me sad. What's the advice on breaking free from your parents' control? And honestly, man, it almost brings tears to my eyes. It's really it's very complicated because it's a big deal, right? Like your parents, like it's obviously something that's very important. But then like it's weird because no matter what you do, you'll be doing the wrong thing. Whether you break out of the control or you stay in that control, you either betray yourself or your parents. So it's a difficult position. I would say it's honestly, man, I don't even have like a good answer to that, to be honest. I would just not listen to them. That's what I did in my life. And this is not to say you disrespect them or anything. You just simply don't listen to them. You just go to gym anyway. Like, okay, really? So I can't go to gym, that's fine. And then like after school or whatever, you just go to gym with your friends. And then you say, oh, my friends told me to, they peer pressured me. And then they say, oh, you can't eat too much eggs because it's cholesterol. You just eat like 3 eggs a day and you're like, oh yeah, sorry, I was just hungry, I couldn't find anything else. I know it sounds weird because you're lying and stuff, but it's how it is, man. It's just because it's just like your wife. Like you don't really listen to her, you know. Like sometimes you just lie to your wife, and it's not like you don't lie about like important things or like objective things. You just like I need to say this in a way that doesn't seem weird, but I saw one of the Uzbek sheikhs talking about this. He said like women will always complain. Like they will always say, "Oh, you told me you're gonna take me to Europe. You told me you're gonna buy me a G-Wagon, blah, 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 blah." And then he says, "Just tell her, oh yeah, don't worry, it'll happen, it'll happen." And then just give her love, just show her love, and it's gonna be alright. And Uzbek sheikhs are based, which is another thing I want to talk about. But it is lying. You're right. But this is it. Like it's the only two choices you have with your parents is you either like break through, like you just once you do it once, they kind of become adjusted to it. Like, okay, he just goes to gym. And then you don't have to lie anymore. It just becomes normal. But again, my opinion on this is very controversial because I don't believe you have to listen to your parents. And a lot of people, little mama's boys, say like, oh, you can't lie to your parents. Oh. And I know it's difficult. I know I'm just some random guy in this weird house on a YouTube live saying these things. So I sound like I'm the bad guy. I understand that. But it's just my experience. That's all I can talk about. And I just think you have to lie to them. You have to like pull the band-aids at some point where you just don't listen to what they're saying. Oh yeah, well I mean that's up to you, bro. Give it a try. That never worked on my end, but if it's haram, it's haram, bro. They give it a try. Yes, I do speak Russian. It's probably my second strongest language. I speak Russian better than Uzbek, sadly. Do you speak Russian? I think I talked to you before in Russian, didn't I? You were like from some Dagestan or something, or like Tatarstan. I can't remember. You should ask indirect questions to dig their past. See, this is where there's a line between like there's like a big difference between Uzbek online scholars, like speakers, compared to like the Western ones. I saw this Uzbek speaker. I was gonna make a video on this guy, but he's such a chat. It's like the Sheikh Asim version, the Uzbek version of him. So based. He was talking about these guys. He was like, these guys going around knocking out random people, they think they're tough. Bring them to me. I'll show them how to knock a man out. I'll show these guys just like based as hell. And then it's like these women, they go around and they think they can play their husband around. They're all going to hell. I can talk to them myself. Absolutely like beasting, based. Like Uzbek imams are actually what the imams would have looked like if they weren't hypnotized by Western agendas. So I wish I could like translate it, like, but you can't really translate Uzbek with AI. But I'll try to translate it myself, and I'll post some on my new channel. That's gonna be really cool. Can you speak Turkish? No, I can't speak Turkish, bro. Come on, give me a break. I speak 3 languages. Like, what else do you want from me? Come on, bro. Oh yeah, Latina ballerina. Oh, it's so funny. So funny. Latina ballerina. I had a lot of women like that on comment on my Instagram DMing me. They're saying like they're trying to scam me or like they're trying to expose me or something. But I love it. I love it, man. A lot of chefs say that you don't allowed to ask women about her past. What's Latina ballerina? Oh, dude. Is this woman? I think it's one of the women I had an argument with on Instagram. Just about a maher or something. And I kept destroying her. I kept calling her pre-owned. She was like, "You're broke." I was like, "Well, you're pre-owned." And because of that, she made a fake YouTube account and she commented on all my videos. But she was like, let me remember. I think she she was like, "Oh, I'm a revert, but I'm so lonely. I wish I had a guy who could teach me these things." Just like saying stuff like that. It's like, "Oh, I resonate with your message so much." It was so clearly a scam. Like she just probably looked up on Google how to impress a man or something. Just saying these weird ass things, like, completely pick me. Just trying to I don't know, trying to get me to flirt with her so she can screenshot it and post it or something. But she didn't realize I was a chat, so I ended up like roasting her even more, as always. What's the name of your reel you destroyed her? I don't even know if reels have a name, but I pinned it on the channel. If you go on Muslim Boris Reels on Instagram, Muslim Boris Reels, I think it's gonna come up right away if you search it up. There's like this video of these like women that like talking about mahr. You're gonna know which one it is. It's got like 800,000 views or something. You go in there and there's like so many comments of me arguing with Jobies. Basically, every single time anybody said anything regarding women's rights, I just destroyed them. Like, they were like, you're broke, just say you're broke. I'm like, just say you're pre-owned. Your father must hate you. Like all this. It went pretty crazy. They were like, talking about my mom. I was talking about their husband. It was an ugly exchange, but I came out at the top as always. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, you guys are right. I mean, like when it comes to this whole thing with lying to your parents and asking a woman's past, we need to admit that nobody's actually perfect. We need to admit that we all do a lot of haram things, a lot, right? Like I can't deny, like all the time, like none of us can deny this. But we tend to have this bias towards things that we are conditioned to value more. So our parents will condition us that lying to parents is like really bad, when maybe it's not as bad as like riba, for example, but they will say riba is okay, right? And in the same way, because like everyone's a feminist, we are convinced that, oh, women's past, you can't ask about that. So these questions are very difficult because in the Uzbek style, if I went full Uzbek mode, in Uzbekistan, they just ask. They don't care. They don't consider it haram either because they think it's necessary. Like, in even in Islam, like if a woman is impure, you have to punish her, right? That's normal. If she commits zina, for example. But in the West, we act like we can't like say it, right? Like we can't ask these questions. And it's a weird thing, and every like Islamic school has their own version of how to act. In Muslim countries that like Uzbekistan, they just don't care. So it's just, I don't know. I can't answer that because I don't want to lead anyone to haram. But you can make your own judgments. You could probably ask in a way that doesn't exactly imply that. Just like there's nothing wrong with asking if you're a virgin, because it's possible that she may have had a like a divorce, for example, right? So you could just ask that. You're not saying have you committed zina. You're just saying have you had a man before, right? So that's how you can find out, and she can get the picture. You can ask in a way where it's not like that. That's what I would say. I don't think there's anything wrong with asking a woman if she's a virgin without like obviously without making it haram. But yeah, I think it's quite an important conversation to have before you get with her, because if she just came from a relationship, there's no way it's gonna work, bro. There's no way. She's probably still talking to that guy. Her mom would have just make her get married. So it's tough out there. That's all I can say. That's something that these morons online won't tell you. But I'm a G, so I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you. That's all I can tell you. I don't know about ignoring your dad. Like sometimes your dad will probably have a good point, but I would say only ignore your parents when it comes to things that are objectively stupid. Like when they tell you not to go to gym, when they tell you not to do martial arts, when it's objectively dumb. You can sort of argue. You can say, oh, you can try to change their mind. No, it's good for you. Like all these things. Chances are they're not going to listen to you. None of you guys. They're not going to give a damn. Because in their eyes, you guys are just kids. That's how they will always see us. They think they're smarter than you, and they probably are. But you live in a different world than them. That's the problem. Pretty much everyone at some point will do like things like this. They'll have to lie. They'll have to do this. And people will say that's haram, but at the same time, people will lie every day. Like people will lie about many things every single day. It feels worse because it's like a really big thing. I understand that. But I'm not even telling you to lie if you think about it. In this case, you're not technically lying. You go to gym with your friends and you say, oh, I just went with my friends for the company. I just had to. And then you keep using that excuse again and again to go to gym. Eventually, what's going to happen is your parents are going to be like, okay, he's going to the gym. Like, he disobeyed us. Fair enough. They will be a little bit angry. But then they will actually sit down and think, is there something objectively wrong with going to the gym? They'll be like, well, he's fine. Like, he's in a better shape. Maybe they'll do some research. Everything's all right. And then they'll just be okay with it. So until you just push through that barrier of them viewing you as a kid, you're just not going to get anywhere. I know guys who are like 30 and their parents still tell them what to do. And of course, they're like, oh, well, Islam, I'm Islamic. But you're not really Islamic if you just listen to your parents. Because you're just going to be a pussy. You're not gonna do anything good. And Allah, He doesn't necessarily see people who just stay at home all day and don't do anything. Same as the people who go out and they try to do good in the world, in the dunya. There is a verse in the Quran, I always talk about it. I'm paraphrasing, but those who stay at home will not be judged the same as the ones who go out and fight for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I'll give you an example, right? Say I came out here and despite what my parents are telling me, oh, you don't make videos, oh, don't go to gym, don't do martial arts, whatever. Just as an example. But I still come out and make videos because I think that it's going to inspire people to start praying and it's going to make the community better. I am effectively fighting for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in my opinion, and just what I think from everything I know. Trying to make the ummah a better place. So am I still haram for disobeying my parents? Because if I obeyed my parents, I would have stayed at home this whole time and would have been like a nobody. And then imagine I have a brother, imaginary. And say he just listens to my parents his whole life. And he goes to uni, doesn't do anything with his life, pays mortgage, riba, like spends his whole life like that. At the end of the day, who's like, obviously we can't say for sure, but like just theoretically, if I just succeeded, I made the Ummah a better place, and he just went to uni and just stayed at home all day, who is more favorable in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Him because he listened to his parents, didn't lie to his parents, or me because I went out and I tried to change the Ummah for the better, inspired so many guys to start praying. Just think about this. If I listened to my parents, I wouldn't have inspired some of these people to start praying. That's the big thing. It changes a lot in the grand scheme of things for these people's lives. So it's just, we have to be like, don't use Islam to throw away your rationality, because Islam is rational. It's aligned with the truth. But people try to separate it from the truth. Like, even if something's really stupid, they'll use Islam to justify it. So don't fall into that trap. If something is right, I would say the whole time, every single time, Islam will be supportive of it. It's just how Islam is structured. Like, it's structured to help you in the dunya and like in the hereafter. So yeah, that's what I have to say to that. There we go. Yeah, lamb beef biryani said it a lot more simpler than me. I know I went all emotional and full philosopher on that, but yeah, that's a lot better way to put it. It's almost 4 a.m. here. Holy moly, I'm such a G. Bro, there was this woman on my on that reel I was talking about where I was destroying hijabis in the comments. She was like, "You are sinful because you." She was like, "You are sinful because you are showing faces of women online." And then she literally had a photo with like a face full of makeup, like this emo hair, like this, like what's it called, the fringe. And I was like, your profile photo is literally exposing your face. What are you talking about? And then she's like, so is yours. You're a hypocrite. I was like, I'm a man. I'm allowed to show my face. Like, what are you talking about? That was like the dumbest thing I've seen in my life. Just think about how stupid that is. You are exposing faces of other women. You're haram. And the women in my videos, like the ones that I made an example of, are wearing the hijab. She's not. And she's trying to criticize me and saying I'm showing my face. I'm a man. What are you talking? It's over, bro. It's over. It's genuinely over. You're absolutely right, Chiga. This is genuinely scary. Like, I'm sure if that Uzbek guy is still here, Bunyad Beg, or what was his name? Yeah, Bunyad Beg. If this happened in Uzbekistan, right? If someone was saying that wouldn't make any sense. Like, that would blow people's minds. Like, they'd be like, this person is genuinely insane. It's not just stupidity. Like, it's actually beyond normal things, right? Like, it's, for example, what's a good example? If I came out and I started saying brown people are disgusting, like, we should all if you're brown, you should get an operation and become white, and then I'm brown. Like, imagine I started saying that on everywhere, just saying being brown. That would be really weird. It'd be, you would think I lost my mind. You'd be like, oh, this guy's like completely like he's schizophrenic. But this is what they're doing. Like, it's effectively the same thing. But for some reason, nobody cares. They think it's normal. But it's actually scary. Like, honestly, like, I thought about that post for a long time. I looked at it, I was like, this is genuinely terrifying. Like, these people are just ignoring logic. They completely threw it away. And then you're using Islam as a tool to defend yourself. It's over, bro. It's over. This is why, again, I'm changing my channel name. Word of Boris. I'm no longer Muslim Boris because I don't want to talk to these people. They can leave me the hell alone. They're not even Muslims, by the way. So let's just put it there. Yeah, I mean, the people are pretty crazy about Red Pill. Like, every time I make a video about anything, everyone's like, Red Pill is haram, man, because Andrew Tate sleeps around, man. But the thing is, Red Pill is just a word for truth, right? There's like blue pill and red pill. Red pill is the truth. So red pill is essentially understanding the truth about women, which is normal. It's a lot of, like, the truth is Islam at the end of the day. And red pill is like something that people made up to try to get to the truth. That's why some parts of it aligns with Islam. But you're absolutely right. Like, without the zina part, if you don't account for people saying, oh, you need to sleep with 50 women before getting married and all these things, like, as a concept, red pill, it's just truth. That's what it's meant to. You know? That's what it's meant to be. So, yeah, that's it. Andrew Tate is my uncle. You're gonna get a lot of hate for this because all the Muslims really hate Andrew Tate now. I personally, this is one of those things that most people really hate me for it. A lot of people will disagree with me. But the reason I'm such a Chad is because I always tell the truth, my true opinions. I never come out here and try to say something to make you like me. It's Andrew Tate. Overall, is he a good Muslim? No, right? He doesn't support Israel. He's against the Jews, but he did some things against Islam. He's friends with some enemies of Islam as well. So you can't say he's a good Muslim. But aside from that, is he a positive or a negative for the world? The amount of money he donated to Muslim countries is more than 99% of people of all time. He donated a lot of money. He saved a lot of Muslim lives. So many Muslim creators. The Warner, for example, they were motivated by Andrew Tate. They started making videos because of Andrew Tate, and they started spreading the law. So it's hard to say he's a bad person. Is he a net positive for the world? Yes. Is he a good Muslim? No. But then again, not many people are good Muslims. He's probably a better Muslim than most of the idiots that I meet at like an Eid festival or something. So yeah, it's weird, man. And yeah, people will hate me for this, but I still think Andrew Tate was a positive for the world. And people find it cringe that, oh, Andrew Tate is cringe, maybe. I don't find it cringe at all. I think he said some things that were very necessary. He changed the trajectory of the world into the right direction. And you'd be surprised how many people, hundreds, if not thousands of people, reverted to Islam because of him. So before you judge, really look into what's happening in your life. You know? So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. So many Muslims are hypocrites, man. I went to this Eid fest last year. I don't know. I went there. It was right next to my house. I was like, oh, cool. That sounds pretty nice. Go there, and suddenly they start playing this really, really loud music. It's just a rap song, like English rap about like drugs and like hooking up and stuff. I get a bad bitch, then pop a couple pills. I was like, yo, why? I was like, who's playing that? I was like, who's playing that? I was about to like stop fighting them, you know? So, just making sure I can take them. I found out it's the mosque themselves. They are. Oh, I look kind of jacked on here. Holy. Ugh. Ugh. Now you gotta admit that's pretty juicy. Anyway, I look around and I realize it's the mosque. They brought the speakers to play that. Isn't that weird? Like, isn't that really weird? The mosque playing. All right, I'm not even like that strict. Like if they just play music, I'd be like, okay, that's I understand that. But the fact that it's rap music about like prostitutes and weed, I found that really weird. I don't know about you guys. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. You're exactly right, Lamb Beef Biryani. And all the hate I get for supporting Andrew Tate, that's fine, you know. Like, my job here is to be truthful. It's not to please people. That's the bottom line. I honestly think that I am the one of the most necessary voices in the Muslim community online. I know I only have like no subscribers, no views, but nevertheless, I think I am one of the last beacons of truth in this Muslim space. We have some good scholars. They have a lot of knowledge about Islam. They do one role. Akhi Ayman, he's cool. He fulfills another role. I come out and I tell the truth about what's going on. People who watch me, the Muslims, and the ones who keep watching me, I unprogram their brain. You know, I start aligning them to the truth of the world. Because their whole life, they've spent in a lie. Their parents, they were like, they only cared about image. So outside they are this person, inside they are this person, at school they are this person. They are, with their friends they are haram, with these friends they are halal. Everything is just based on a lie in the Muslim community. I came up, I speak the truth, and I call you out on everything. So if you watch me, you're not going to be the same person ever again. I'm destroying the lies, the fakeness. The entire community, your parents, your family, the people at the mosque, they encourage this fakeness. They think it's normal. You'll be weird if you're not fake. They don't live in truth. They exist in this different world. They don't live in any realm of truth whatsoever. They live in La La Land, Delulu Land. I come out and I tell you to be truthful. What does that mean? You know that going to the gym and working out is the right thing. You know that it's going to make you more disciplined, which is going to make you a better Muslim. It's going to make you more respected. So many good things. And your parents won't let you do that. The truth is that gym is a good thing. But your parents will put this fake reality over your head where it's not good. Why? You know, they can't even explain it. They'll be saying, "Oh, it's bad because you might break your bone and that's haram or some BS." But you know it's not the case. And if you watch my videos, you still do that. You will take the career that may not give you the most money, but it's gonna align with your skills and your life goals and who you are. Instead of doing a career which you don't like and convincing yourself you like it just because it's like a popular thing, because of image, because your parents told you. That's truth. That's living to truth. And it makes you a better Muslim as well. Because you're not going to say, oh, this is okay. Like alcohol sometimes is okay. This is sometimes it's a little bit, sometimes it's okay. You're not going to have that mentality. You're just going to be truthful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves truth. He hates lies. So yeah, that's why I think I'm one of the most necessary voices in the Muslim community. Whew, I had to get that out of my chest. Man. But yeah, man, I really hope my account stays. Like, honestly, like, YouTube really doesn't like me. Doesn't like the things that I talk about. So if I keep getting these bans, I don't know how many views I'm gonna get on my new channel. If I might get 0 views. It might just not get recommended to anyone. But if that happens, I don't know. I might post a few videos. I might eventually stop posting. But if you guys go watch that channel, it's gonna promote to more people. So I'm gonna keep making videos. So that's the thing. I hate how most people sheikhs are unfit. It's not a good look. Most Muslims are very unfit, bro. Like when you go to mosque, holy moly, like we don't talk about this, but there's very few people who are actually fit. Like most people are like either really skinny or like really fat. It's weird. I don't know why. Like why is it? You know? And then if you go to like a different place, like if you go to a Kufar area, they why are they in a better shape than us? We follow the one true religion. Why are we unfit? It just doesn't make any sense. We have more testosterone than them. So yeah, they're all in bad shape for some reason, man. The sheikhs, the normal people, the young guys. Like you're 18, how are you in a bad shape? What the hell? You know, it just blows my mind. You know what I mean. Oh, you're right, brother. It's insane that my parents want me to take the master's degree after I get my bachelor's. Yeah, bro, it's they live with these. I'm telling you, like parents, they don't live in truth. They live in this weird reality where everything's just about image. You know, like they even if they know that a degree is useless because they have this weird insecurity, like their parents made them get a degree when they were young. They have to put it on you as well. This is weird insecurity. It's nothing to do with reality. The only person that tells the truth at this point is Uncle Boris. Like, it's just how it is. Uncle Boris. He I don't know any other person in this side of the internet that tells the truth. If you know someone, let me know. But that's the only guy I know. That's all I'm saying. But of course, I'm getting banned. So follow the new channel. That's all I can say. The World of Boris. I will probably make a video and I'll link it properly. I'll show you how to find it as well in the next video, and I'll post it up. So look out for that. And then yeah, if you subscribe to that, that'll be very helpful. Hopefully, I can still keep making videos. Oh yeah, Mahdi Tijani. I was about to say that, but he left, so it doesn't really qualify. He left, but he was a G. Yeah, I got inspired by him actually. A lot of me making this channel was inspired by him. I was like, there's so much truth that needs to be spoken. That's crazy. I think I saw the video once of him talking about how parents like make the concept of marriage really awkward to talk about, and that's why so many kids fall into gender. And when he talked about that, that brought something out of me. I was like, whoa, like that's so true. I should do the same thing and talk about other things that are even worse than that. So that's why I made the channel. All right, boys. Slowly, I might start wrapping up real slowly. If anybody has questions about what I'm gonna do from here, my channel is getting banned, let me know. And I'm happy to answer anything. I still got a little bit of time before my phone dies, as always. I don't know. I've had a couple messages with him on Instagram when I made a video about him, but I don't know where he is. I have no idea. I'm not connected with him in that way, unfortunately. Would have been cool though. So yeah, if anyone has questions, please shoot them out. I don't know why I said it like that. I was trying to do the Muslim accent, but I can't. Halal Rizq course. Everybody get the Halal Rizq course. I'm so impressed by the people on there. They've really taken it to heart. Like I can see the stats. They all went through it so quickly. Like as soon as they got it, just like they just went. It's supposed to take like a couple of weeks, like 3 or 4 weeks, but they're all getting through it in like 2 days. Like how? So they're like very dedicated, and inshallah, I think it's really helping people out. Why do you think many are not talking about this? Oh yeah, so I'm gonna try to upload a video tomorrow, maybe on my new channel. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna stop posting, but I'm leaving this channel because it's being shadow banned. So what this channel is basically done. Like if whatever I post on here, even if it's the best video ever, the best thumbnail, like title, content, everything is the best, it's still gonna get like 200 views because YouTube is purposely shutting it down. No matter how well it's doing, YouTube is bringing it low. So it's like there's no way I can actually keep posting on here. It's not gonna reach any more people. It's just gonna reach the same amount of people as I'm reaching now, which I'm happy with. But even you guys will stop getting recommended pretty soon because it's getting worse and worse. So I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna start a new channel. It's gonna be very similar things. Like I'm just gonna talk about the same things, maybe a bit less of the Jobies stuff, a bit more self-improvement. But that's what I'm gonna do, inshallah. Tomorrow I'll post some videos on there. I'll make a video on here so you guys can actually find it. I'll put the links and everything just to make sure everyone can find it. If you guys have my Instagram as well, follow my Instagram. I'll post it on there as well, on my story. So yeah, go on there. That's a good question. Why do you think that many are talking about these hijabis? There's two answers to that. Firstly, like, why do I even talk about it in the first place? Why am I so angry about these hijabis, right? There's no, like, unless you've been through things, it doesn't make sense to you why I'm so angry about it. It's like, well, they're still women, they're still attractive, they're almost, who cares? Who cares if they sleep around? Who cares, right? But I've lived a life where I've seen the direct impact of being a hijabi, right? I've seen it amongst the kuffar, I've seen it amongst the Muslims. And I know that this destroys families. I know that this makes men into like simps and cowards and depressive little brats. I've seen these things, and I was like, it made me angry because they're directly destroying the community, this beautiful Islamic community. That made me angry. But what if you don't go through that stuff, right? What if you don't see the consequences of being a hoe? You don't see the consequence of being masculine as a woman and all this stuff. You don't see any problem with these people. So all these people, like these sheikhs, online scholars, they all had a different life to me. They didn't grow up in the same way as me and you. They grew up in their comfortable little house, in their comfortable little coat, with like Turkish tea, and then I can't do this. They watched Egyptian TV, Arab TV, and they don't see anything wrong with it. Like, they know it's haram, but they don't see it in the same way as I do. You know what I mean? Because on top of being haram, I also know that it destroys the community, the unity, the families, the man. It destroys everything. They don't know that. They're like, what? They probably watch my videos and say, oh, this guy is so bad. He's saying a bad word. And they don't understand where I'm coming from. They think I'm just some guy who hates women. That's how they think of me, right? Same as all these simps. Because look, if I could tell you, like, some stories about these things. I know I've told you a few, but it gets a lot worse than that. It gets a lot more disgusting, graphic. You would become as angry as I am about these hijabis. And you wouldn't care about like these like threats, you're getting death threats, like hate comments, like your family hates you. For what? Right? I don't get that much money. I mean, I sell my course, it's a bit of money there, but I don't really get that much from posting videos about hijabis and all these things. I just get hate from all sides. But I'm so passionate about this because I can't let the community of Muslims become like these kuffars that I've seen in my life, these crazy women. And yeah, I mean, after seeing all that, I don't care what kind of consequences I get, you know. That's my mentality right now, you know. The bans, all the people hating me, because this is the necessary message. If you think about every superhero, right? Bear with me. You have Spider-Man. Everyone hates him. Like at the start, like everyone like Spider-Man is a criminal. Like the police want to arrest him. Everyone hates him. But he doesn't even get any praise for it because nobody knows who he really is at the start, right? So everyone's like, oh, who's this crazy person? So he's a nerd. Everyone hates him in real life. He doesn't get any credit for all the things he does, but he still does it. Why? And then Goblin asks him, like, you break your back trying to save these people, you do all these things for them, and what do you get? They just hate you for it. They all just want to arrest you and kill you. And he's like, because that's the right thing. That's why I have to make these videos. You know, like, I might get so much hate. I might get my family against me. I might get everything, all these people against me, the entire community. But I know it's going to have the right impact. You know, people try to use Islam against it as well. You know, like people trying to use Islam to say like, oh, you're haram for saying the word hijabi, but nobody calls out hijabis for being hijabis. What is the logic here? So you can be a hoe. You can be a hoe. But if I say, hey, you're a hoe, I'm the bad guy. But nobody has the balls to call them out. So we have this weird situation where people are doing whatever the hell they want. Imagine people were murdering each other and you weren't allowed to say murder. You murderer. Like you that was like haram or something. Everybody would just kill people and nobody could say you're a murderer. Right? So it's the same thing. How else do you describe women who sleep around and do all these things that I know some of these women engage in, these Muslim women? You have to use the word that describes them. Like this is a pen, right? May not be the best way to describe it. You might get offended by it. But what? Because it gets offended by it, do you start calling it something else, like a pencil or something? It's a pen. I don't care how brown you are. I don't care how many... I don't care if you wear the hijab. If you sleep around, that's not a good thing. Like, you can't do that and expect to be treated the same as women who don't do that. That's that's unfair towards the normal hijabi good women, isn't it? And yeah, I mean, they are getting to me, honestly, man. There's some of these, you don't understand how brutal some of these hate comments are, and yeah, and I'm not saying it's not getting to me because it obviously is, but I'm just saying I'm just gonna keep making videos anyway. So no matter what kind of hate they throw at me, I'm just too much of a G to stop. And I'm not saying I'm not gonna stop at some point if it gets too bad. If I'm getting like 0 views, like everything is really bad, I'm not helping anyone. Eventually I'll just stop. I'll just get my money, go to Uzbekistan, and live the rest of my life eating plov and training martial arts. That's what I will do eventually if it gets too bad. But as long as it's all right, I'll just keep making these videos. As long as it's helping people. One day I got cancel people. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. And also just investing in real world assets like apartments, houses. That also helps. But I mean, the whole thing with cancellation is like, I don't even make money from this that much, like I make some money from the course, but nobody buys my course from the hijabi videos. Nobody really makes that connection for some reason. But it's not, I don't really make money from being this controversial with hijabis. It's just something I do because I know it's necessary. So yeah, I don't know why I'm getting emotional about this topic. I don't know why I'm getting emotional about hijabis. It's weird. It's weird. Nothing else makes me this emotional. But when I talk about hijabis, I just get like flashbacks, like PTSD. I'm like, ugh. And I guess it is really sad that the community like that I am a part of is becoming like this. It's just It's just weird. Like it triggers something in me that I get really protective. It's like, like a father gets protective of his kids and mother gets protective of her family. That's what I feel. And there are some hijabi women on here, right? Like I think that Chiga, I believe that's a female, and I'm sure there's a few other ones that aren't saying anything because they're good women. And how is it fair that these women preserve their purity, right? Like in this crazy time we live in, they manage to stay pure, and yet they get treated the same, if not worse, than these hijabis. They still get married to the same guys because nobody discriminates against them. They're not allowed to. On the social hierarchy, they still they're the same. In fact, the hijabis get more love because nobody tells anyone because they're not allowed to that hijabis are trash. It's just not fair, It's just not fair. Imagine you were working all day, you were making businesses, getting rich, but you had to be paid the same as me, even if I don't do anything. That wouldn't be fair on you. And the way you measure success in women is purity, in the same way you measure success with achievement in men. So that's very unfair on the good hijabi women. But that's just tip of the iceberg. That's one of the very small problems. But yeah, that's why I hate the hijabi so much. All right, I might start wrapping up. It's officially 4 a.m. here. What's the word? I'll go live again. So if you guys want to join next time, I'll have another rant going. Once my nerves are a bit calm, I'll come out here. I'll rant again. I'll post a new video on my channel as well. On my new channel, I'll make a new video on here, linking to my new channel. So if you guys follow that, subscribe to that, then I know that people are still watching, and I'll keep posting videos as long as it's getting some views. So yeah, everybody here are absolute legends. You keep me going as long as you the 7 people that are on here are getting any value. I'll keep posting videos. Inshallah. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. It's the same feeling. But I don't even have a sister, to be honest. So all these feminists who are like, your sister. Like, I don't even have one. So shut your whole ass hijabi feminist used box pussy ass up. That's my message to the hijabis. All right. I gotta go now. Not because I have to sleep, but because my phone is dying and I can't charge my phone because the phone is in this in the vertical stance. So yeah, feel free to message me on Instagram if you guys have any questions. I reply to most DMs on there. It's good to get something other than a death threat on there. Inshallah, stay halal and always speak the truth. Don't forget that.